What the heck?
Oh, hey there. I just finished setting up my tent and wanted to have a nice little chat. But first, where am I? How did I get here? Let's roll some B-roll. So on my hike today, we were talking, and I met these cool people, friends of my mom, and I really thought about ability, like skill ability, like learning to do something. It could be anything. It could be photography, engineering, mathematics, theater, any skill you want to hone. And I was thinking about that versus approach and the way you approach learning something. I think approach is actually a lot more important. Honing your approach will get you a lot further than honing your skill. Let me tell you why I think that. Now, this dates back to that classic phrase. Give a man to fish, you feed him for a night. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for life. I think that's a lot similar. I have tried pursuing a lot of things so far in my life, especially in college. I have a double major, I have a minor. I'm getting into photography. I like being outdoors. I'm also good at math and science. I have all these things that I want to do, and it's impossible to do them all. I know that. I'll never be able to pursue all of the things I want to. But what I think is really important about doing all these multiple things, and the thing I keep reminding myself of when I try to learn them, is it doesn't matter what the thing I'm focusing on is. It matters the way I approach it. Hey guys. Okay, so we're back. I'm here to talk about it. First, let me take these off. Sorry my voice is gone. I started losing it yesterday. Okay, so thinking about how you approach learning something versus learning something. Why is it more important? Tips to help it out. Well, it's more important because you're going to learn multiple things throughout your life. You're going to learn so much just, from like how to do dishes to like how to raise a family or something. But if you learn an individual skill, that's how people become masters of something. And we need those kind of people because that's how the world runs, right? Someone has to know how to do this very specific thing on the internet. Otherwise, the internet wouldn't work. But I also think we need people more like me, people who are all about learning multiple things, learning about learning, stuff like that. Tip number 1, always have a why. You need a why. Why are you learning what you're learning? Why is this important to me? What can this teach me? For example, let's say you're trying to learn how to edit something in Premiere Pro. You want to be a videographer. That's great, but why? Why is editing important? For me, editing is important so I can tell a story better. I can sit here and record footage all day, but unless I have a greater vision while I'm editing, like what I'm trying to get, what am I trying to show here with the edits, it's just gonna be messy. My video's it's not gonna entertain, it's not gonna keep people around. Just a note, I'm some kid on the internet. I have no qualifications. I'm just in here in the woods, and taking that long hike got me thinking, so I thought I'd share. Tip number 2. Learn your basics first. I know nothing about geology, but if I wanted to learn geology, I think it would be important to first know, the definition of geology, some important vocab words associated with it. Rather than try to learn the specifics of certain kinds of rocks, I think it's better to start with a broader understanding of the subject before you get specific. Number 3, this is not new, but ask questions. If you're around someone, if you're learning from someone else, they have expertise in whatever you're trying to learn. Don't be afraid to ask questions, even if it makes you feel stupid. A mindset that I like to keep for myself in my life, I'm so stupid. I just tell myself that. I know it's kind of dumb, but then when I'm learning something new, it's easier to ask questions. It's easier to be like, hey, what's this basic thing? Someone says a word and you don't understand it, ask what it means. That just helps you get a broader understanding. It's good stuff all around. Tip number 4 for refining your approach, sleep on it. Let's say you learn something, maybe you're in a school setting, you go to class, it's a new subject, you learn something and you don't really understand it. that's okay. Don't get frustrated, don't quit, just go to bed. Give yourself some time, you know? Do other things. Let the information sit, let it stew like a soup. Nothing's gonna be perfect at first, you're gonna have to refine it. I think that's always a good thing to do, is just give it some time.
We're gonna get an action shot?
Do you like the friends jump? Number 5, if you're trying to make YouTube videos, don't lose your voice. God, follow my own stupid advice. Number 6, make connections. What you're learning probably relates to things you've learned in the past, somehow. How does the subject fit into the greater whole of Earth, of society, of science, whatever it is? Think about that. Like, you have one subject. How does that one subject connect to other subjects? Right now, I'm learning all about photography and videography. I'm a theater major. Theater is a form of storytelling. Video is a form of storytelling. Film is storytelling. Story has basic things that make it good. I'm sure you've heard of the hero's journey, you know, Star Wars, 3-act beginning, middle, and end. Conflict is everything, stuff like that. I can take my theater knowledge and apply it to new things I'm learning in video, even though, you know, what kind of lens I use on my camera has nothing to do with Shakespeare. You know, those are just some quick ideas I had off the cuff. I don't know anything. Maybe it's of value to you. It's what I'm thinking about on this trip. See you guys around.
If you watched this far, I just want to say thank you. Content creation is something new to me so far, but I feel really passionate about it and I keep wanting to make more videos. Consider watching my last video here or something by Nathaniel Drew here.